Hello everyone, my name is LEA Belgica. Here we'll talk about the Department of National Defense. The seal represents the defense of the country. And we can also see here the three stars, which symbolizes the three main islands of the Philippines, which is the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And lastly, the 8 rays of the sun represents the 8 provinces of the Philippines, which fought the Spaniards. Moving on to the legal basis of Department of National Defense, which also marked its notable timeline. First, we talk about the Commonwealth Act No. 1, which establishes the Council of National Defense of the country in December 12, 1935. Next, the Commonwealth Act No. 430 created the Department of National Defense through Executive Order No. 230 in May 31, 1939. Then we have the Executive Order No. 94 charging the DND of supervising the defense of the country. Lastly, we have the Executive Order No. 290 passed on July 25, 1987, directing the DND taking supervision over the Office of Civil Defense, AFP, and other related affairs. Monday, Department of National Defense, or DND, is tasked to guard the country against external and internal threats to national peace and security, and to provide support for social and economic development. The mission of DND is to provide and maintain the conditions of security, stability, and peace and order conducive to economic growth and national development. Here is the functions of the DND. First is to provide protection from internal and external threats such as terrorism and civil wars. Second is to direct, plan, and supervise the national defense program. Third is to maintain law and order. Of course, that's their job. Fourth is they have the responsibility to oversee field operations. Example is the Exodus Sub 44, that they should have directed that properly. And lastly, supervises the AFP, Government Arsenal, Office of Civil Defense, Philippine Veterans Affairs Office, and the National Defense College of the Philippines. Next one is the functions of AFP. It upholds the sovereignty and support the Constitution and defend the territory of the Republic of the Philippines against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Second is to promote and advance the national aims, goals, interests, and policies. Last is plan, organize, maintain, develop, and deploy its regular and citizen reserve forces for national security. Currently, we have Delphine Lorenzana as the Secretary of National Defense, and he has been incumbent since June 30, 2016, and he is the 36th one to do it until now. Here are the attached agencies under the Department of National Defense. First is the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Government Arsenal, National Defense College of the Philippines, National Security Council Office of Civil Defense, Philippine Aerospace Development Corporation, and Philippine Veterans Affairs Office. Thank you.
Responsibilities of Secretary of National Defense. The Secretary of Defense exercise authority, direction, and control over the department, which includes the separate organized military departments of Army, Navy, and Air Force, the Joint Chiefs of Staff providing military advice, the Unified and Specified Combatant Commands, and various defense agencies established for a specific purpose. It is tasked with the responsibility of providing the necessary protection of the states against external and internal threats, directing, planning, and supervising the national defense program, maintaining law and order throughout the country, and performing other functions as may be provided for by the law. Responsibilities of Undersecretaries of DND. Advise the Secretary on the promulgation of department's orders, administrative orders, and other issuances. Exercise supervision and control over the units and personnel under his responsibility. Promulgate rules and regulations consistent with department policies that will effectively implement the activities of units and personnel under his responsibility. Coordinate the functions and activities of units, personnel under a responsibility with those of units and personnel under the responsibility of the other undersecretaries. Exercise delegate authority on substantive and administrative matters related to the functions and activities of units and personnel under his responsibility, to the extent granted by the Secretary through administrative issuances. Perform other functions as may be provided by law or appropriate assigned by the Secretary. The Office of the Undersecretary of National Defense provides advice and assistance to the Secretary in the review, formulation and implementation of policies, plans and program on general administration and management of the department proper, personnel management, and information management. Responsibilities of Assistant of DND. Assist the Secretary on all matters regarding foreign policy planning and studies. Provide or participate in the Secretariat function for Cabinet and Department level committees dealing on foreign policies. Lead or participate in interagency subcommittees dealing on foreign policy matters. Undertake department-wide integration, rationalization, and evaluation of political, diplomatic, and security plans and programs, including current and prospective department-initiated foreign treaties and agreements. Initiate and maintain or assist in maintaining the integration and rationalization of economic, trade, finance, scientific, and tourism plans and programs, including current and prospective treaties and agreements, with political, diplomatic, legal, and security plans and programs. In coordination with the National Economic and Development Authority, provide the secretaries of an interagency annual national foreign policy planning conference that shall initially generate recommendations on the long-term, 5-year, and annual foreign policy plans and country programs and update them annually. Conduct an annual department-wide planning and program evaluations conference to assess plan implementation and formulate or reformulate department plans and program accordingly and synchronize them with national foreign policy plans and programs. Undertake policy and strategic studies relevant to its functions. Initiate, coordinate, and integrate the planning of foreign policy. Perform other related functions as may be assigned by the Secretary. Responsibilities of Services of DND. Advise the Secretary under a Secretary concerned regarding administrative and financial matters. Develop and supervise the implementation of an integrated personnel plan that shall include career, promotion, performance evaluation, job rotation, health and welfare services, and personnel management. Develop and maintain an efficient and effective property procurement maintenance, and security system. Establish a department-wide asset control system. Undertake the budgeting, finance, and accounting functions of the department and develop efficient system and procedures in this regard. Perform other related functions as may assigned by the Secretary. The administrative service shall have the following constituent offices. Office of Personnel Management. It serves as the Chief Human Resources Agency and Personnel Policy Manager for the federal government. Provides human resources, leadership, and support to federal agencies and help the federal workforce achieve their aspiration as they serve people. Office of Budget and Finance. The primary government agency responsible for the formulation and implementation of the national budget through the efficient and sound utilization of government funds and resources for the attainment of the country's development objectives. Also, the management of the government's financial resources. Its duties include policy formulation, revenue regeneration, resource mobilization, debt management, and financial market development. Office of Property and Asset Control. To coordinating or overseeing the acquisition, management, and the disposition of assets in such as to maximize the financial value of the asset to the investor. It involves a property asset manager overseeing investment properties for the owner for the life of the investment, and in some cases, making decisions about acquisition, management, and disposition on behalf of the owner. Thank you.